Ready, Ginge? Hello, everybody.
The comeback of Parked Up. Can we believe it? How long has it been?
This was my all-time favourite series that we ever did.
And me again. I feel like it's been years. You've got sleep in your eye.
Oh, embarrassing. How long have we actually not done it?
No, let me see when the last Parked Up actually
I'm
was.
going to guess it was 2023. Maybe it's 2022.
2023, we did January. I think that might have been the last one.
We're bringing it back. We're going to do this.
We're doing a comeback in the car, aren't we?
Oh yeah, because it's our brand new car.
We need a catch up as well, don't we?
Yeah.
We're ready to do some chatting.
Let's just start how the original Parked Up started then. Excuse me, sorry.
No, it didn't start like that.
Sorry, so we've been to Greg's. This is our, so whoever doesn't know, Parked Up, we always go somewhere, park up in the car park, get some food, whether that be Mackey's, KFC, Greg's, Costa, any places that we fancy, we get it. So today we've chosen St. Gregory's.
Which I don't think we've ever done. Nah, have we done a Greg? We maybe have done when we first started a Greg's Parked
Remember
Up.
that one where we parked up on the, because it was COVID, we parked up on the drive?
Yeah, and then chicken nuggets in the car.
Chicken nuggets, yeah.
God, the dedication.
Right. Coke Zero.
Mine is a fair trade apple juice.
I'll show you my dessert because it's here. I'll get a jam donut.
And I get a jammy heart. It's either this or an Empire biscuit for me.
Didn't got a corned beef pasty, which you shocked me with that.
It's a corned beef bake, it's Greg's.
Pasty. Chicken, I get chicken goujons with wedges. With wedges. And then we've also got, because I'm a big fatty,
No, let's not say that.
there's 2 sausage rolls in here. Both are not mine. One is Din's.
Yeah, I got a sausage roll and a corned beef bake, which I'm very excited to eat. It's going to be kind of messy to eat, but
I'm going to start with
also, I don't know if you can actually see in this lighting, but you know that I said I was going to do the underneath of my hair? I did in fact do the underneath of my hair, but this lighting's kind of dark, but it's ginger on like the underneath.
And ginger, haven't you, babe?
Kind of like a dark ginger though.
You tend to do this at autumn time.
I know, I always do, yeah. I like
You
a
always
change.
go like a pumpkin.
I do. But yeah, I really like it. This was after having bleach on for an hour and a half, so that just shows how like crazy my hair is, because most people who leave bleach on for an hour and a half would have like bright ginger hair. But
I've been saying to Din recently I want to go back blonde.
yeah,
Din's not on board with it.
I'm not on board with it.
She fancied me more with brown hair than she did blonde. So I'm just getting the feeling that she never liked me being blonde.
No, I did like you blonde. I fancied you. Yes, I would say I fancy you more with dark hair, but I just remember your blonde hair, you got to a point and you like hated yourself. Every time you looked in the mirror, you were like,
it was yellow, it wasn't
Exactly.
blonde. But now I want it like blonde.
well,
So comment below if I should go back blonde.
you think you should like.
I think I should.
It wasn't cheap
I know it
to
wasn't.
keep on top of.
I know, but I think if I get it done once by a salon, then I can keep it topped up.
Don't you just feel mysterious with dark hair though?
No, I don't like my dark hair.
Why?
I think I prefer it blonde.
No, you
Honest,
don't.
I do.
I usually, if I parked up, ask on my Instagram for questions, and you all did not disappoint. Look how many questions there actually is for us to go through.
Oh my goodness.
Alright. Okay. I said to ask anything. There was no kind of...
I'm ready to be like, I feel like I'm in a brutally honest mood today.
Oh really?
Uh-huh.
I mean, the questions are pretty chill. I just want to eat, I'm so hungry.
So this is how the usual Parked Up used to go. I used to sit here and scan all my food
Yeah.
whilst Din did all talking.
Do you have any upcoming trips / getaways planned?
I got to see Wicked 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. We are. I'm very excited.
That's like it's not like a staying over type of situation,
No.
but it's a trip.
It's a trip. We're making a little day trip of it, aren't we? We are booking a spa trip because we deserve it, and we've obviously had a rough time, and I'm just craving the spa. Like I just need some relaxation, and we're gonna go to Seam Spa because Seam Spa is incredible. The food, so good. It's like Asian fusion food, which you get included with the price of the spa. Like it's not cheap. It's not the cheapest spa, but it's not the most expensive spa, is it?
No.
How much is it? Like, I think it's like £90, so it's pretty expensive, but...
It's £90 for a 4-hour spa trip.
And food
it includes
included.
a 2-course meal.
So that's pretty good because you'd pay like
If we went to the restaurant,
you'd pay about £90, wouldn't you? For a meal?
If we just paid for that meal, I think that meal would be like 50 odd quid for the two of us. So really, you're only paying 40 quid for the spa. And the spa's the best thing ever.
How do you have the confidence to do what you do, YouTube-wise, especially in public? Depending on the day. Like the other day in Home Bargains, I stood for about 10 minutes in the aisle, and like, because we were kind of near the entrance, like the aisle we were in was the entrance aisle, and I just kept saying, and I was like, I can't do it, I'm too chicken, I'm too chicken. And it's funny because it's not like anybody says anything to you. Obviously people look, but they don't necessarily, nobody says like, what are you doing?
No.
Behind your back probably, but I don't care about that.
No.
But I don't know.
Can't you?
We've got a van coming next to us.
Oh, nice. Well, now they've gone in the bush. I didn't go in the bush though.
She just heard you.
Good. Speaking facts.
And when we first started...
Was that a prime example?
What?
You're getting nervous when people pull up.
Yeah, because you've got the window down. No, when we first started, we couldn't do it in public, could we?
See, I feel like at first I was able to do it.
Only when we went somewhere that wasn't...
Yeah, like London or Amsterdam
our
or anything
hometown,
like that.
Yeah. Because then nobody knows you at all.
Yeah.
I think round here it's kind of like, you know that you could bump into somebody that you know, but then people know that you do YouTube, so I don't really know why that's an issue, but I don't know.
It's just one of them things, isn't it?
So, how do we have the confidence to do it? We don't like film that much in public, I'd say.
No.
We obviously prefer to film in the comfort of our own home, the comfort of our own car, like, plus what our channel is, it just, that's what we film, like, do you know what I mean?
And when we do film in public, it's always when we're like away places, type of like on a day trip.
Or in a shop
So
where
like,
you're
there's not a
like,
lot of people around.
But honestly, if you're doing something you enjoy, like, presumably if you're doing YouTube, you're not doing it because you don't enjoy it. You're doing it because like it's a hobby, you enjoy it. The confidence will come from that because you honestly, people, you can't say like, oh, nobody cares, because people actually do care. Like when you whack a camera out in public, people care. They want to know what you're doing. They want to know, like, people just like to look, don't they? So it's not that nobody cares. It's just that you shouldn't care that they're like...
Love that, babe.
That they care. You know what I mean?
Love it.
It's that first initial thing of like turning the camera on and talking. Once you've done that, you forget. What camera do you film on?
The Canon G7X.
I know since this camera, there's been a couple of other cameras that people like to film on, but for us, this is just like a little hobby. We film once a week. It's not like something we put loads of money into, is it? So it wouldn't make sense for us to be constantly buying like new equipment and new filming setups and all things like that.
This was our first like big purchase that we made.
This camera was £600 odd, I think.
Do you want to know how much this camera is now? 800 quid.
You're lying. I like this question. Do you ever have periods of time where your relationship plateaus? Plateaus? Or are you always happy together? Where's my sausage roll?
Here.
Oh, I've just gone pull up my bag.
I'm nearly finished.
No worries, I'll wait. Let's search what the word plateaus mean. To me, that means like dips.
Yeah, it does.
Let's define plateau.
In a relationship.
Right, a plateau often, don't say there's your sausage, it's a sausage roll. A plateau often involves a bit of taking one another for granted and not actively reminding ourselves to be grateful for the care and support our partners show us. Thanks to bustle.com for that lovely definition.
Cheese bustle.
Right, so the question was, do you ever have periods of time where your relationship plateaus, or are you always happy together?
Do we ever take each other for granted?
Do we ever take each other for granted or not actively like remind ourselves to be grateful, etc, etc?
Like, I want to answer this as if like I'm not taking the piss, but I genuinely don't think we do plateau.
Have we ever?
I don't think so.
So we're always happy together.
Am I being stupid?
I'm asking you.
I don't think, no, I think we're always happy.
We're
And we
always
always have
happy
been.
together.
Yeah. Am I wrong?
I'm never wrong in this house, in this classroom.
I am good. It sounds like we're lying.
It sounds like we're taking the piss. And we're always happy together.
But we genuinely are.
Okay, how then? How are we always happy together? If we're answering that question saying we don't plateau, how do we never plateau?
Because I think the key to our relationship, right, is that we genuinely like each other as people. And we've got the same morals. We've got the same way of thinking.
We actively make an effort to like...
We get interested in each other's interests, I think, which is a key thing.
Yeah, that's true. We get interested in each other's work days. We...
What your hobbies are.
Make sure that we make time, like every day, even if it's 20 minutes, to do something for us. We're very like flirty together.
You
But
always
that's
flirt
like
with me.
you always flirt with me, but because I fancy you so much, that's not like forced. That just comes naturally. I think you would probably have an issue if you don't particularly like.
That's what I mean. Like people, some people, right? No offense to anybody, right? But some people just genuinely don't like to spend time with their partner.
No.
As on like a long period of time. Like there's people I've
I don't even
spoken
think it's
to.
that.
There's people I've spoken to though that they've got their own little room. They've got they're building a bar out the back in the garden, so they've got somewhere to go in the house. Like they genuinely don't like sitting together or spending time. I don't get it.
But I think because we have time, like to me, we have enough time apart that why would I want to waste the time we do have together? Like if we're working 9-hour shift days and going to bed by like 11 o'clock on the night, if you're not finishing work until like 6, 7, 8 on a night, that's 2 hours of time you've got together. Why the hell would I want to go and sit in a wooden box in the garden?
Exactly.
Why would I want to... What else can you do? It's not like we don't take time for ourselves. It's not like I'm thinking like, oh God, I'm going to have to sit with you now because I've not seen you all day. Luckily, we like the same shows. We like the same like...
But I
we
think
like the gym together if we go to the gym.
But even stuff like that with like shows and like films and everything like that, we'd make an effort to watch the other person's show that they want to watch, even if we were like, oh, that doesn't look like a bit of me. Whereas someone would go, oh babe, can you watch this tonight? They'd go, I'm not watching that. So then they'd go separate
I'll go and
ways.
watch on my own,
Yeah.
Which I get in a sense. It's like,
I don't. I'll be
are you
genuinely
really going to
honest.
sit there and like your downtime after work?
But for me, the downtime is just spending time together. It's not that you're watching a show you don't like.
I know. Yeah.
Like me, I genuinely don't understand that. I don't. Might be naive, might be being stupid, but I just don't get people that don't like spending time together.
Things.
No, but even if we didn't like the same thing,
But we do.
You want to watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? I'm going to sit with you and watch that.
You're gonna love that.
I probably will, but it's not something that I'd actively like pick to choose myself. But I will sit with you and watch that show because I want to sit with you and watch a show.
It's the same with like films. You should always take it in turns picking the film, and like if one person picks the film, you can't then be like, oh God, I don't even want to watch this, it's shit. Because it's like, well, you had your thing and I watched it because you were interested in it.
Yeah. Like you watched Fight Club with me and that's possibly one of the worst things you could ever watch. Fisticuffs and punching and fighting. Yet you watched it. Horror films? You hate? No, put in the bin, baby. That is fantastic. It's a brand new car, gorgeous. Excuse me. Can't see what makes me burp.
Did you just fart and burp at the same time? There's no one there, it wasn't someone's dog. There's no one there.
I promise it was someone out there.
There's no one there.
I burped as someone did do something out there, I promise.
You burped and pumped at the same
I bet
time.
all of my food.
Even your donut?
Yeah. Genuinely, the bottom answer is no.
No.
Unless, right, you tell me, have I ever taken you for granted?
No, have I ever taken you for granted?
No.
See, we actively use our words as well to say like,
Yeah.
I appreciate you, like,
I love
thanks
you
so much.
You're the best.
Proud of you, like, you work really hard.
Like, sometimes we, like, shout to each other, and, like, sometimes we, like,
You're the best.
Go, Din, know what you are? Sexy ass. And you go, Nin, You gotta go, what? Have you?
Yeah.
It's just little things like that. But like genuinely.
Probably cringy to some people, but
Oh, proper cringe.
if you're in love, it's not cringe, it's love. So,
it's love. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around.
Okay, you can answer this one.
What?
This one's for you.
What car did you go for? So we went for a Nissan Juke, 2017. Beautiful little sexy car. The Astra that we had was like what I would call just like a normal car, normal sized car.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
How can you burp so much?
It's Coke Zero.
How much have you drank?
And yeah, we went for this one. It's because it's a smaller SUV. Don't know what SUV stands for, but I just know it's one of them. So you've drip jab. You've just drip jabbed.
Where?
Down here somewhere, I think. Oh no, you didn't. Right, basically it's a bigger car than the one we had, but it's not like a massive car like a Range. And we just want it. It feels more like a grown-up car. And it's just a beautiful car.
Yeah, beautiful. Really comfy. Just
leather seats, heated seats. Oh, it's just perfect. What do you and Nathan do for work? So I'm a manager in retail. And Din.
Is a peasant in retail?
No, she works part-time in retail, but then she works full-time in her business.
I do.
That she has.
My business is a ceramics and clay business now, which when I first started, it was just pretty much ceramics, wasn't it? Now it's ceramics.
Well, think back of when you first.
It was plant pots when I first started.
No.
When I first started, it was dream catchers made out of wool and
all
little
embroidery rings and all sorts, wasn't it? You used to rip up tissue paper.
Love my little
cut out little Disney princesses.
So cute.
God, do you remember that? Remember when you first started that?
Then I moved to plant pots.
Yeah, terracotta.
Then I moved to ceramics, and now I'm in clay.
Yeah, you're in your clay era.
Yeah, so I make like vases, trinket dishes, magnets. What else do I make?
Key rings. Vases.
Yep, love it. Love my little business with every ounce of me.
Snakes. Love it.
Yeah, so that takes up like the majority of my time.
Din's got her own studio at home.
I do, and it's like up and down. Like people ask me a lot, like, how's the business going? How's the business going? Owning a small business is no joke. Like, it's so up and down and unpredictable. Like the money's unpredictable, just everything about it. But I wouldn't change it for the world because I love it so much, and I hope that I get to do it forever.
You will.
How many people do you manage?
I manage a people of 160. Yeah, 160.
Okay.
Next question. This is loaded. How are you both?
This is so sweet when people ask this, don't you think? Like, what like a nice little thoughtful thing to ask.
I just always think it's one of them questions where it's like, it can be taken as like, yeah, I'm okay. But then it's also like when you've been through something, it's like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
To like, because when someone asks you just in like general day to day, like, oh, hi, you alright? You just take it as like a, yeah, thanks. Are you?
Yeah, thanks. It depends who's asking.
But sometimes I'll go, oh well. Like you just brush it off kind of thing, don't you?
Yeah.
And ultimately you do just say, yeah, I'm alright, how are you? But then when someone asks like genuine, like that's a genuine like, how are you both? So how are you then?
How am I? I feel like I feel like I'm trying to reset everything.
Yeah.
Because my physical body's resetting itself. I'm trying to reset my mental. I'm trying to reset, like, I don't know, I don't know. I would say like it's not fully occupying my mind what we went through as much. I would say it's more parts of the day that it comes and goes, or like I'll see something.
See, it's one of them things, like, whereas before, when all this happened, like, I used to see like loads of stuff on my phone or in shops that would make me be like, oh, that's so cute. But whenever you see something now, it's kind of like, I don't want to look at that.
Yeah, like the baby stuff, like we would always...
Like, we've just been in Asda, did you get the same feeling?
I did.
Yeah.
We didn't even say that to each other. Like even before we were trying, we'd just always look at baby things and just be like, oh, look at that, that's so cute. And now it's like, I want to go and look, but like, it's as if someone's pulling me like to say like, no, like we can't handle that right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like it's things like that like trigger the feelings in you, as opposed to like constantly, because I said like at the end of the day, we've sort of, I think with grief, you sort of make that decision to move on.
Yeah.
And in order to make that decision to move on, you never forget the grief, you never forget, obviously for us we're talking about an angel baby, but for anybody else it could be a person. Like, you never forget the person, but you have to forget the feeling of grief.
Yeah.
Like, you have to move through it. You can't, yes, sometimes sit in it, cry, be sad, find things that will bring the emotion out of you sometimes, but other times, like, if I sit in that feeling all the time, I'm afraid that I won't be able to carry on my normal life, like going to work, enjoying things, laughing, going to the gym. I feel like I will just go in on myself and think the thoughts that I do think, like, why us, why me? I'm scared about the future. There's a lot of things that I can feel like underlying anxiety about.
Yeah.
But it's like, I can't, like, I enjoy life too much to actively let myself go into possibly what would be a depression. That's how I'd put it.
Yeah, I agree with all that.
You agree? So I feel like, I also feel like we've sort of like reset our relationship a little bit. It's hard to explain, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just shit. It's been nearly 4 weeks, which seems absolutely crazy.
That.
On the 3rd week, you have to do a pregnancy test to check that there is no pregnancy left. Like, your test has to say negative, which I did, and I just quickly done it. I done it on my own. I did it while Nathan was at work. I just really wanted to quickly do it, get it over and done with, and then, yeah. Whether I'm blocking some parts of the feeling out, I probably think I am. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know, but it's what's happening.
I feel like it'll be not a test as such, but it'll thing you a lot more when we start like discussing like trying again. Yeah. So, which just seems like like, in a sense, in my head, whenever like I think of like, oh, we'll just try again, like, I'm not, but it feels like I'm just forgetting.
Yeah, I get that.
And it's just like replacing it.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the point I don't want to be at still.
Yeah.
For when we try again.
Yeah.
Because I want to be trying again. For trying again.
Yeah.
Even though that's what I am, but like,
yeah, I get that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's definitely how I feel. And
I don't want to feel about that. I'm forgetting about the angel baby.
Yeah. And my other thing is that I would like, it obviously won't be a possibility for us to try again and not have the anxiety of it all. But in my mind, I'm just like, where I'm at right now, I'm like, it's gonna happen again. Yeah, I'm obviously waiting for my period to come back, which I feel like anxious about. Like, it's gonna be like, obviously not a nice feeling, but like mentally and obviously physically, because periods are shit and I've not missed it. But at the same time, like, your period's supposed to come back 4 to 6 weeks after a miscarriage, so I obviously want it to come back in that sense. Like, I want my body to be okay. But yeah, so we'll see.
So how are you?
Outwardly, I'm
we're dealing.
Yeah.
We're dealing.
Yeah, some days I would say good.
Yeah.
Some days I would say like work's a distraction.
Yeah.
I'm getting to like the busiest seasonal period when you've got a handmade business. Yeah. How are you?
Same.
Sometimes I think people would look at us and think like, oh, like they're so good.
Mm-hmm.
They look like they're literally like doing so good now.
Yeah.
But it's there.
It's always going to be there.
It's always there. What advice do you have for someone who's terrible with money? I want to save and buy a home. You need a savings account. You need a Monzo.
Yeah, get yourself a Monzo.
The
or
motivation,
get yourself that something builds interest on.
The motivation with a Monzo is that whatever money you're putting in, you're getting interest on it. So it's
Did
like...
it still do Help to Buy ISAs?
I don't know. Not sure.
Because that was a good thing for us. Obviously, I don't know if it exists now, but...
I'm putting that money in, and then... Oh, I'm getting like free money.
Someone's giving me more money.
Someone's giving me more money, so there's your motivation.
Yeah.
Make sure it's a monthly thing, that you take the money straight out as soon as you get it.
Act as if it's not yours.
Act as if it's not yours, and you're not going to miss what wasn't there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Don't just have it in a savings pot that you can transfer out when you're running low, that you can...
Yeah, you want to put like a locked account type thing.
And make sure you're not then putting an amount that's too high of an amount for your monthly like earnings to be like, oh shit, I need that money because now I've literally got no money at the end of the month. Like, I need that money now.
You know what I used to do when I was younger?
What?
Like, I used to take cash out.
Right.
Like weekly.
Yeah.
And be like, right, this is the money I can spend.
Yeah, a lot of people
so
do
like
that.
your money stays in your bank. Because it's so easy, isn't it, to just go into a shop and just pay on card.
Yeah.
Whereas if you only take out your physical cash, you know that's all you've got. Yeah. You don't have a card on backup.
Yeah.
You just use what you have.
True.
I would...
Like it though. I'd also say, if you are somebody like me who online shopping is probably classed as an addiction at this point, delete the clothing apps, sign out of your Amazon account, like make sure everything is not easily accessible, so that if you go to like Apple Pay something or quickly buy something, it's like, oh no, I need to do this, or I need to sign in, or I need to remember, because then you're just like, oh, I'll do it, and then you don't do it.
I don't spend.
Nathan doesn't spend, which
I genuinely don't spend. I spend on my car for petrol, food shop,
bills,
and that's literally. But I'm okay with doing that. Like, that's not a thing that I'm choosing like to not spend on myself.
Yeah.
I just genuinely don't have an interest on spending money.
Yeah. Whereas I'm the opposite. I will spend.
So find yourself a partner that doesn't like to spend.
And find yourself one who does, who'll buy all the shit.
Oh, but that's not very good advice. Like, if you came to me and you said, I've got a gambling addiction, I would take all your money.
Yeah, that's different though.
But you've got a shopping addiction.
I know
you can't help yourself from ordering something.
I'm not in debt though.
I know you're not, but you can't help yourself from spending money. You don't go a day without spending £1.
What is this, an intervention for me?
Right, go on, babe, advice.
But I only spend within my means.
Yeah.
I would say I do find it hard to save, but once you start saving and you see that money building up, there's your motivation.
Yeah.
Even if you're putting like £20 a week.
Yeah, but see,
look, that's £80.
But that's so easy to be like, oh, I can take that £20 out because I'll put 40 in the week after.
No, like, but you can't touch it. It's not a quick, oh, I'm in a shop, let's switch the money over.
So you're going to get like a locked account.
It's in.
Yeah.
Or on Monzo, you have saving pots, which is just like transfer in and out as and when you please.
Yeah.
And then you have actual, what's the other ones called? Like interest pots.
Yeah.
Where that money takes like 48 hours if you want to take it out to come into your account, and it's more like you've built the interest on it, so just don't touch it.
Yeah, definitely get a Monzo. Get yourself a Vinted account, sell all the stuff on there.
Lose your shopping addictions. Even if you do like a trial 1 month of buying like cheaper products, and then the money that you would have saved, like we done this sounds fucking ridiculous, but we done this with sweets on a food shop. So like snacks, sweets, crisps, anything
unnecessary
snacky. We kind of said, right, we're going in here and we're on a budget. We won't be buying any like unnecessary snacks. Unnecessary snacks, yeah. And the money that we would have spent on them snacks, we put into a savings account.
Yeah.
And even just little things like that. Make it fun. Who are your favourite YouTubers? We have very different answers to this.
Yeah. Mine is Game Boy Luke, United Players, United Gamer / United Gamer. Mine are all like gaming people, so I watch Pokemon. So man's like
gamer dude.
Ace Trainer Liam, I like him too. Yeah, they're mine.
Alright, love that.
Who's yours?
Obviously Sophia and Chintzia. Elle Swift and Connor, I love their vlogs. Like the American content, the homely, just love it.
Who's
Hannah
this?
Elise.
Okay.
Zoe Sugg, obviously. Lucy Wood. Molly May, obviously. James Charles.
I like James Charles' car videos on TikTok.
Carla Espinoza, she has very like aesthetic, like quick videos. Jordan Lipscomb,
what about
obsessed.
Emma Chamberlain?
Love Emma Chamberlain, but these like Jordan Lipscomb, Emma Chamberlain, they don't upload like that often. They upload like once every 4 months.
So if you had one last opportunity to go onto YouTube and put someone's video on, who would you pick? As your last ever, YouTube shutting down in 15 minutes, you've got a chance to watch someone's vlog or video. You need one.
Emma Chamberlain then.
Right, Emma Chamberlain.
But she doesn't upload that often.
It doesn't matter.
I feel attacked. This one's for Nathan. What's your favourite Pokemon character?
Character, do you mean trainer or do you mean Pokemon? So, my favourite, the one that stands out trainer wise, my favourite Pokemon trainer, right, is Misty, because she's not a very good trainer, personally, but I fancied her as a kid. She was my first like animated crush, right? So I really like Misty. Pokemon. Well, this is a loaded question. This.
Oh, who comes to mind? Who comes to mind? Well, you clearly don't have a favourite Pokemon, do you? Oh, you don't have a favourite Pokemon. No, and you can't even think of one.
My favourite Pokemon. See, it's a water type.
Okay.
And I would probably have to pick Vaporeon. That would be my favourite.
Vaporeon.
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 Vaporeon. Yeah, Vaporeon. One of the evolutions.
Does anyone ever think Nathan's your best friend and not your boyfriend? I mean, I feel like that's one that you guys will have to tell us. Like, has anyone ever perceived that we're best friends and not in a relationship? You are my best friend though as well. Well, honestly, if the answer is yes, that would make me very happy, because if you're with somebody that isn't your best friend, how are you getting through that relationship?
But people don't. People have best friends opposite. No, that is if like you are my best friend, so.
Does anyone ever, would anybody look at us and think that we were just friends?
No, because I've always got my hand on your ass. So.
That's true.
So.
There would be like, if we were best friends, we're talking friends with benefits, because.
Yeah, the amount of flirtation we've got with each other.
Yeah.
Is crazy. It's astronomical.
Astronomical. But I would probably honestly take that as a compliment if somebody thought that, because.
I tell everyone you're my best friend.
You are my best friend.
You literally are.
You're my best friend. There's nothing else to it. What's that? Buddy the Elf, I think.
It's off Buddy the Elf. You mean elf?
I don't know. Could that question be perceived as insulting?
Yeah.
Or not? Do you know what I think it is as well? Right. This is good. This.
Go on then.
Because we live very similar lives. We're very different as people, because we like a lot of the same things, and we obviously spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Maybe we could be perceived on a friendship level.
Right.
Yes, sir. Do you know what I mean? Because we're very similar as people.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Anyway. Tips for being friends with an ex. We were best friends before we were a couple.
Right, now this is tricky.
Give your advice, babe.
So, here's my advice. What I would say to that is, right, it's all good and well, okay? You were besties before you got together. You obviously got together, something happened. Right. Think of this scenario, right? For example, let's take us. We're best friends, right? We used to be in a relationship, but now we just hang out as best friends because, you know, we were best friends in a relationship, so why would I lose you as a best friend?
Company, yeah. But we don't fancy each other anymore, do we not?
Well, apparently we don't. That's what we're going to tell.
But we do fancy each other, we're just not we're not sexually...
We just don't do anything about it.
Yeah, okay.
You've still got that bond with that person because you've seen each other naked.
But you don't want to...
You don't want to kiss them?
Well, no, because you're just best friends. If you wanted to kiss them, how could you, like...
Okay, so we're just friendly.
Yeah.
Okay, right, now picture this. I get a new girlfriend. Okay? Or you get a new boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right? You then have to tell your new partner when they say, oh, so who's your best friend? Can I meet them? Oh, well, my best friend is, it's actually my ex. And they'll turn around and be like, sorry? That'd be a red flag to me. And like, if I got with you, and you said, my best friend, oh, well, we used to go out, like, we dated for 5 years.
Yeah.
And, like, now we're just best friends. Like, there's nothing to it.
No, we're just literally mates.
We're literally friends. Like, we go out on a weekend.
Yeah.
Like, we spend time together, but it's just as friends. I mean, I personally wouldn't enter that because that is, you're entering into something that is a real potential thing that could happen.
But I truly do believe that nothing might ever happen, but also
you can't get the...
if you're put in a certain scenario,
you've had a long-term relationship with somebody,
you clearly fancy them.
Yeah.
Whether you actually like them in a relationship is different, but you must fancy them.
You'd always be drawn to them. I think an ex is an ex for a reason.
Especially if you've had sex with somebody, you can never take away that.
Genuine belief. An ex,
especially as a girl.
An ex is an ex for a reason. And an ex you should just cut it. Just be like, I can't spend time with you. You need to forget about me. I know it'd be very hard for you to forget about me, but you'd need to. I personally wouldn't be with somebody whose best friend is their ex. I couldn't do that for myself.
No.
So
I'd drive myself insane. The jealousy that would come out, the nastiness that just isn't
like,
me.
You're cutting yourself off from potential, like, people you can be with, because there's not a lot of people that would be on board with that. No. I don't think.
No.
Unless
the person, to me, if somebody was on board with it, they're not that into
you. No, they're not.
Or they're thinking themselves, well, it's alright because I've cheated before, or it's potential that I could cheat. That's just who I am. So
no,
it's alright if you ends with you two, because I'll probably end up doing it sometime.
Yeah.
No.
I personally would avoid that at all costs. I'm sorry.
How to cope with the pressure of not knowing what you want to do for a career?
Oof.
This is a hard one, and I feel like it's very common.
Very common.
And I think especially, like, you can either have not known at all, like, through your whole, from like school, college, having just like general jobs, you can have that thing of like not knowing what to do, or you could have tried something and it didn't work. No fucking joke. And it didn't work out for you.
To that, I would always say just try different things. Just find what you are more passionate about, because I think with that, if you don't know what you want to do, just try different things, because then something might come to you and be like, oh, I actually really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Whereas if you don't try anything, you're just stuck in that thing of being like, I don't know what I want to do. Just try something.
Yeah.
Try loads of different things.
And then at least if you get to the end of trying things and you're still like, shit, I still don't know.
It's not for me.
At least you've got the experience and you'll be able to say, oh, I've done this and this and this, or I've done this because I enjoyed it. Like,
I think you just
the career element is really hard, and I feel like people see a career as like, it has to be you're full time, you're going to do it until you retire for 60 years and you're dead set in it. But you can have a career for a year and switch careers. You can have a career for 5 years, do something totally different. Like, your career isn't a lifelong thing as such. It can literally be, you can have just multiple careers. So
I never thought I'd be doing this as my career right now.
No, you didn't. If you look at how many people, famous people, normal people, that didn't start their career until they were like 40.
Yeah.
is mad.
That is crazy.
And we're like in our 20s thinking, shit, we're running out of time. Like,
yeah. Look at Kim K.
Exactly, you got all the time in the
She
world.
was Paris Hilton's PA.
Exactly. How do you start meeting someone new? I'm 24, split from a 5-year relationship 1 year ago.
Like, what is the way of meeting someone now?
I was talking to a girl in work, right, and she was telling me that she met this boy on Tinder, like went out with him once, and then like everything was fine, then just ghosted. And I honestly could not. I don't know how you'd hack the Tinder life, but it's like
The Tinder life.
the Tinder life, but it's so no, she didn't say Tinder, she said Hinge. It was Hinge.
Hinge.
I would struggle with that so much because, especially the type of person I am, I get quite like attached to people who seem like, I don't know, like I think I'd get too attached too quickly.
See, I think I'd get bored.
Right, okay, well that just shows the male and female elements of Tinder. I'm talking to a new person on Tinder and I'm attached after 2 days of speaking, and I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with him, and he's bored of talking to me for 2 days. So
No, but I just think like on them dating sites, you can't really get a sense of who somebody is.
exactly
like,
where
I
you
think-
meet them.
Yeah, but there's too much on there. There's too much, like,
So how are you going to meet someone?
that's what I mean, I don't know.
We need to
don't
give
know how-
advice to this girl. She wants to know how to meet someone.
But
She's
I'd
been
rather
single
meet
for a year.
but-
She's ready for some
But
attention.
for me, I'd rather meet somebody organically.
Yeah, how?
By, I don't know, go to a coffee shop,
But that's
go to the
practical.
bars,
Not practical.
see somebody in person.
You
rather than
couldn't go
getting
to a bar to meet somebody because you'd meet
This
them in
isn't
the,
for me, this is for the
you'd
girl.
meet them in the bar and you'd never, they'd be like, yeah, oh my god, yeah, I
I'd
love
offer
him.
someone a drink.
And then every weekend since you'd be like, I don't actually like going to bars, you know.
Yeah, but that's how I meet you.
But if you meet somebody in a bar, you're a bar type of person.
I'm not a bar type of person.
Exactly.
I don't know how I'd meet somebody. I genuinely do not know.
I think about this, like,
I couldn't deal with
beyond-
the pressures of Tinder life or Hinge.
But you also wouldn't want to be single forever.
I wouldn't.
So if you'd
I
been
just have a
single
lot
for a
of-
year and you really wanted to meet someone and talk to somebody, where you meet, if you're not going on Tinder or Hinge or any of the other ones, what are you doing? Are you messaging people on Instagram?
Maybe.
Local girls in my area.
Maybe Instagram.
But even that's just like,
Because you can stalk people's pages. You can see pictures of them.
yeah, no, but Instagram's
Whereas on
not
Tinder
real.
and stuff, don't you just have like a picture and then you just talk based on that one picture?
Yeah, no, you got like a few pictures and you got your bio and
Oh, you
stuff.
seem to know that fucking about it, don't you? Jesus.
We should actually make a Tinder.
I think we should make each other's Tinder.
We should make each other's Tinder. But then that's just cruel. 'Cause
I
what if
know,
somebody
you're setting
starts-
someone up for falling in love with me. That's not fair.
And imagine. Sorry guys, the memory got full. I was gonna say we'd both get messages saying like, you'd get one, mate, I'm really sorry like to tell you, but I've just been
You actually
on
would.
Hinge and Danielle's like,
Danielle's
did you
popped
know
up.
Danielle was on there?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd
We
get,
should
babe,
do
I'm
that.
so sorry, like, screenshot
Yeah.
of you.
Of
Nathan,
you.
Manager in retail.
Your bio
Manage
would say
160 people.
150
Loves a great
plus.
sausage roll.
Right, what's your advice to this poor girl?
My advice is, I would love to think that if I was single right now,
You'd love to think. Oh, I can make that happen.
no, I'd love to think if I was single right now that I'd have in my head like the whole like fairy tale, like organic meeting, just bumping into somebody or and thinking like, and then they just want to take you on a date. But in this day and age, I'm not sure that's
In
very
this-
practical.
Country. Wouldn't happen.
I'm not sure that is the way to go.
I would probably go somewhere, I'd live somewhere else. And I would meet, because I think you can meet somebody more organically.
Meet somebody abroad
in a
and then
different country.
have
No.
a long distance.
No, I'd live there.
Oh,
I'd
your
move.
advice is to just skip the country.
I don't know, I'm not good at this. I've never been single. I haven't been single for 10 years nearly.
If you were single right now, it's over. What you do, and you've been single for a year, how are you finding a girl? If you're not doing it online, right? If you're not doing Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, any of them, you're not doing Instagram, anything like that.
Yeah.
Your only options is your workplace, coffee shops, out and about.
It would probably,
even still,
it would
out and
probably be
about.
your workplace, wouldn't it?
I mean,
That's where a lot of people meet.
It's true. But
Probably
then
your
you hear a lot of
workplace.
stories of like people going to a coffee shop and then like fancying the barista and.
Putting
then
your
I'm
number
like-
on the cup.
Yeah, but my thing would be, I know what had happened to me.
What would
I'd
happen?
fancy the barista. He'd make no effort with me, and I'd get in my head he's definitely looking at me in a way. So I'd be the one to make the move, and then he'd go, I'm really sorry, I've been in a relationship for 10 years.
Would you?
I think people think that about you. When people see you, they're like, fucking hell, yes. And then they see me and they're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
No, I'll see you now and go, oof, ginger, love it, sexy.
Right, the camera, we're gonna run out of what's it called? Footage.
Fully enjoyed that parked up
That
session
was
now.
so fun. I feel like we give like kind of shitty advice for once. I'm usually pretty proud of our advice, but I don't feel like we were on it today. So I promise we'll have some
I think I was at first.
yeah, and then I've got hot and
Excuse me, I've got tired.
tired. Have you been rubbing your eye? Your eyes are bright red. You look like you're on drugs.
And thanks so much for joining us
Did we enjoy?
on our parked up
Parked up
sessions again.
comeback.
But see us next month for another episode.
Emoji. It's gotta be a car.
Gotta be a car.
Leave a car in the comments if you've made it to this point. If you've made it to this point, you deserve
Thanks so
a Greg
much.
sausage roll because it's been a long one.
I think it's gonna be like
Been
an
a
hour
long,
long.
hot summer and it's
So sorry.
It's 25 to 1. We've still got to go swimming and do a food shop.
I'm
You're
so
27
sorry.
years old. Get it together.
I feel like 72. I'm playing Hogwarts today.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll hopefully see you for more
Parked up sessions.
more autumn vids coming.
Yeah.
Got so many good autumn videos coming.
Pumpkin picking.
Wogs,
Waterfalls.
baking,
Forests.
waterfall.
Yeah, we got the waterfall.
What waterfall?
We got a high force.
No, we don't. We've not been at High Force for about 5 years.
Haven't we? Love you.
Love you.
Thanks for watching.
Glad I'm not single.
For now.
Okay, bye.
Bye.